Should you sell only good quality product? Well, the answer seems to be obvious. Yes, you should. But I are receiving so many messages and people complain that I have so many returns, and people complain to PayPal and things like that. So I wanted to talk a little bit about it. So basically, if you order product from AliExpress, and let me just mention for people that says Chinese product are crap, the last time I checked, my iPhone, have been made in China. So China, just like any other country, has product of good quality, average quality, and poor quality. So if you order an item from AliExpress, this is your responsibility as Shopify owner, or maybe you use another platform. It's your responsibility to check the quality and make sure that you selling decent quality products. So this is what I've done, and my store generated $277,000, and I literally had I had 20-30 returns or requests to return. I will tell you what to do in those cases. So let's go to the collection, and the way I tell you to build your collection, obviously you go to any passion collection. We're not talking even about that. We already assume that you're selling product that in high demand. But what about quality? So if you go to AliExpress and you let's say you type in dog leash, you want to say a dog leash, and then you sort first of all the search results by the number of orders, and on the very top you're gonna have dog leash sold 1,000 times, hundreds and 1,000 times. That's your most popular choice, right? That's hot product, that's what you need to sell. But then immediately after that, make sure look at the feedback. Like, let's say the leash been sold, let's say 12,000 times. We know it's hot, but look at the score. And AliExpress rank all items based on 5 stars. So I recommend that you have at least 4.7 feedback for that item. And this is what I've done. So if I recommend that you have 5 items in your collection, then it's not difficult, especially if the items you pay. Let's say you pay $150 for your dog leash, right? So it makes sense for you then to order leash to your address and examine the leash. Yeah, you know already. Like, if you pick up an item with no less than 4.7 feedback, then you know your item is solid. It's a good quality item and you can sell it. But I always, especially with a price like not expensive items, I always order item and I go to my mailbox, I unpack it, unbox it, and sometimes I even do a video actually of unboxing. Then you can advertise it. It's very popular. Unboxing is very popular. Then I check the quality, and obviously in most cases 4.7 quality, unless item been sold only like handful of times, then you might run into a problem. So then you definitely better check it. I don't recommend to sell items that been sold just a handful of time. You have to have a proven track of records and the quality 4.7. Now, let's say you still have customer complaining. Remember, if that dog leash that you paid maybe $1.50, and maybe you had even free e-packet to United States or Canada or whatever, so you paid, well, maybe you paid 50 cents, maybe you paid $1. So let's say top $2.50, but you sold that leash for $14.95. So obviously you don't have to be too smart rocket scientist to understand that it's better to persuade person to accept a replacement item, because if you give money back to that customer, you're gonna give back $14.95 or $14.97 or whatever you're gonna sell. But if you replace it, it will cost you only $2. Sometimes You know, if I have customers, especially return customer, repeat customer, I treat them as VIPs, and I not only I replace, I give them maybe 50%. If they're unhappy, you have to use your common sense, and if you see the person is unhappy, and the more you should value all customers, but repeat customers, like I said, very important for your business. Then I just, in addition to replacing an item, I give them a discount code for next purchase. So this is basically what you need to do. It again, I would recommend 4.7 at least, and I teach in all my materials, and I will tell you a little bit more if you're new or maybe you need more information about it. So 4.7, if you have just one collection, you start with one collection, you sell 5 items, I would actually personally order for myself. I would unbox them, I would make a video, let's say, don't show people that you purchasing for $1, right? You realize if you order from China, you need, when you fulfill your order, you need to put there, please, no advertising material and no receipt. You don't want your customers know that that dog leash cost only $1.50 when they pay $14.95 for it. So it's just common sense. And finally, treat your customer. Don't argue with a customer. You know, $2 go a long way. If you replace that item and give 30% discount, you don't have to give 50% discount. Depends on how irritated the customer is. So your customer, your backbone. If you treat your customer well, you're gonna be well as businessman. So now, if you're new, check out my resources in a link in bio. You can check my resources. There is a guide, beginner guide for Shopify. So you can, if you're new, it's 5 pages, PDF format. Even some seasoned marketers missing those important steps, they leave there. Also, I list links to very important private apps that help to generate me cash, and my Shopify store help to supercharge my store. Then register for the webinar. In my webinar, I actually go into AliExpress. I go into the dog niche because we were talking today about dog leash. So I go into and find 6 very hot items, 5 or 6 hot items in dog niche. So I tell you how to set up Shopify store correctly, how to do everything correctly. Remember, nobody wants to address the elephant in the room, and that is 97%, as many as 97% in e-commerce, Shopify in particular, failing. Direct message me with your question, anything about Shopify, Facebook advertising. I'm here to give you free answer. And if you have anyone that you know that may be trying to make money online, or maybe somebody already has a store but struggles, so tag your friends, tell them go and see this guy Vic. You know, I'm not a bullshit artist. I tell the way it is. Most people even don't talk about failures, that people fail, but you have to address. We have a helicopter flying here. So yeah, take advantage, ask me a question. Most so-called gurus, they don't really answer personally. People surprised, wow, you answer me personally. Well, that's the way it should be, right? I mean, people became so greedy as far as these so-called gurus. They won't even answer your question. They want you to show them Visa, American Express, or MasterCard. I am different. I try to set myself apart. I had very hard time. At a certain time, I had $8,000 on my credit card before my store broke even. And then I generated, obviously, money. So I want to help. Feel free. I'm going to be, to ask me, I'm going to be waiting for your question. And I wish you all success in e-commerce and in life.